Well, isn't that a way to start an episode? Chapter 5, A Dream of Utopia. We've had an assassination in the council, and that's how we're starting Frostpunk 2 today, guys. Welcome back. I appreciate your patience on this episode coming out. I know I normally release these on Friday, but this one's coming out on Saturday, so once again, I appreciate your patience on that. If you haven't seen my community note on YouTube, unfortunately, I did lose my job this week, but everything's okay. Danzy and I are fine, and we're gonna make it through the strides. I'm gonna put applications out, you know, standard job hunting stuff that you guys probably know about. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the game. I do apologize once again for this being a little bit late. There's also, it's not just the job hunt, but I also got a new monitor, so I've had some kind of technical difficulties, especially getting Frostpunk to run. The game does not like running in windowed mode, and I have a widescreen now, so recording is not necessarily the easiest. So I am playing in 2440 by, you know, or 2560 by 1440, so normal stuff. It's just looking a little stretched for me, but it should look great for you guys. So that is going to be how we start this episode. Assassination in the Council, Chapter 5. Steward, one of the Evolvers, has stabbed a speaker of Faithkeepers to death at the exact moment bands of Evolvers storm several districts in the city. New London is on the brink of chaos. Faithkeepers are furious and terrified. These terrorists have no place in New London. They must either leave or cease to be Evolvers. They get ready to fight back. Banishing the Evolvers would punish this crime and unify New London under the ideals of the Faithkeepers. You could try to stop the madness and seek reconciliation. You would, however, have to ensure concessions from both sides. This is not the only way, though. Many in the city could not rally behind you. You could retake the captain's lost authority, separate the bickering factions, and enforce order. Civil war is upon us. Your choice here determines how you will end it. Faithkeepers' fervor is increased. So we can banish the Evolvers. We can't seek reconciliation. I've taken extreme measures polarizing the city beyond the possibility of peace. By embracing Cornerstone's progress, you have closed any path of reconciliation. So there is not, or we can go enforce order. Both bickering factions must be brought to heel. Pass all rule provisions in the council, unify the city as its new captain, and contain the warring factions. We could banish them, which, you know, it's not, I think because we're going the Faithkeepers run, I think we're gonna go with this one. I hate the fact that you have to banish some people. But that was the, you know, killing another faction is probably not going to be the best way to go about that thing. So, you know, I think just to go with the Faithkeepers route, we're going to go with the banish option here. So, point of no return. You have chosen to banish the violence inciting faction from the city. To succeed, you will need to relocate all its members to a new colony. If you invest in its construction, they leave amicably. If you do not, you have to rely on your guards to deport them. This choice is binding. If you confirm, you must succeed or your rule will end. The other side makes up more than a third of your city. The path will be very difficult. Ooh, okay, what about the other one? Enforce, okay. You have chosen to unify the city behind you as your new captain. To succeed, you will need strong relations to vote, strengthening your rule, and many guard squads to contain the bickering factions. This choice is binding. If you confirm, you must succeed or your rule will end. Your power is very limited. You will have to win many charter votes to achieve victory. This path will be very difficult. So I don't think we have an option on either or. Let's go with the banishing. Let's get a new colony set up for the Evolvers. I think that's the one I want to go with. The Evolvers are to be banished from New London. For this not to be a death sentence by other means, they need a new home. An aborted generator site at the Windward Moor. This one was blocked off for us for a little bit. Contains resources needed for a colony. Even though the site's deposits are buried deep in its freezing wind severe, with some effort we can make it habitable, and the Evolvers may immigrate voluntarily. Otherwise, we'll need to force them out. We will restore order. So I'm going to pause real quick, and I'm going to check some things on my technical side, so I'll be right back. Okay, here we are back in the game. I do apologize about that. With having a widescreen, it does make some games increasingly more difficult to work with, and Frostpunk, unfortunately, is one of those games. So if you have a widescreen and you want to try to do recording, I'm so sorry, because when you try to do windowed mode with Frostpunk, it does not do the resolution you pick. It does something slightly below that. And then if you do full screen windowed, you can only do what your actual monitor size is. So yeah, trying to get this thing to work and re-record has been not the best in the world, but hopefully they'll kind of make some updates to that and make it easier. So we can see here around the city, there is tons of issues. We have tons of, what are they called? Riots breaking out. So we need to find a new home, rid the city of the Evolvers at large, 11,000. So we don't want to kill anyone, of course. Optional, find a new home, round up all the Evolvers. So how do we contain this? So let's find Windward Manor. Where is that at? There is a home that we could possibly look at. There's also this over here. We need to probably get out of here. Let's see. Evacuate the workers. We will not ask our people to die for our greed. Remove the workers immediately. So I think it's time to leave. Steward against all odds, we gather enough cores to upgrade the generator. More Winterhome's toxic gases could swallow us. We could pull out of Winterhome now and save our workers, or those cores are a valuable resource. We have enough to upgrade the generator, but we'll always need more. They're a lifeline in a world where we can no longer create them. Maybe their sacrifices for the good for everyone else is worth it. No, we can evacuate them. I think we'll be okay. We've got plenty of other spots around the map here that we can utilize to get cores. Like here, we can repair them or get cores back. And I think we can get some cores back. Let's take a look at our workforce and make sure our workforce is a-okay. Oh yeah, we're plenty fine. Granted, it's because, you know, the evolvers are going crazy. But let's go ahead and get some Frostland teams out there and get some cores. And we also have, here it is. This is what we're looking for. Windward Manor. Established colony. This place is too barren to benefit us. Nope. We're going to go ahead and establish here. Freezing winds connect and buffet this part of the valley. A generator construction site lies buried beneath the snow. There are enough resources around the area for a self-sufficient colony, but it would take significant effort to make life bearable here. So we have potential resources, tons of them. Let's connect a path and get that going for the evolvers. They're not too far off from the city, but can we get a skyway trail available to them, or do we have to have a regular trail? Let's get a regular trail, and then we can upgrade to a skyway. Let's get there, and then we'll get them there. Perfect. So that'll get built, and we'll have them going towards there. It's just in the middle of this snowy plain. Oh, that's going to be miserable for you guys, but you guys wanted to embrace the frost, so I guess that's fitting. Otherwise, we need to let that build up and try to get everything under control in the city. We have a couple events here. Boiling tension. Steward tensions have risen to a fervor pitch and threaten to tear the city apart. Angry mobs swarm the streets and the city descends into a violent free-for-all. The people have lost faith that your rule can solve the many problems that plague us. The city spirals into chaos if we do not claim calm tension soon and restore order. This will be the end. You must reduce tension to severe before the city falls. The city must not fall. Okay, so we have to get tension down. Do we have any buildings whatsoever? That's crime and tension. So yeah, patrol watchtowers could help. We can have one over here. Let's go ahead and just plop one down as much as we can. So we'll plop one down there. What else can we do? Squalor, we're not worried about squalor. We do have crime. Crime is not the issue, tension is. Honestly, putting as many of these down as we can is going to be beneficial to us, so let's just do that. We also are out of housing because we moved a lot of people back. So we need to make sure that housing is a-okay. Where can we build a district for housing? Yeah, we got to make these guys happy or get them out of here. These are at dangerous levels. We don't need to let those go down. Are we in prefabs or can we not? Cannot repair due to ongoing battles. Yeah, so we need to get these guys happy soon. We can mobilize prison wardens. Let's take a look at this ability. Round up evolvers. Faction fervor is decreased. Okay, that would be good. This is already active. Send guards to place militiants among them. Prevent arrests. Preventive arrest. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and get that fervor down. Let's round them up. All right, new group has presence in New London. Ooh, detainees. Ah, okay. So that'll give us some time. It'll be much cheaper and swifter to round up and deport the evolvers rather than convince them to leave our town. Detaining such a large numbers would, however, require many costly prisons. We could hold them in our outdoor containment pens only until deportation can be arranged, of course. What do you say? It will help solve the conflict swiftly. It will save many lives. Or detain everyone in prisons. Roundup district ability will continue to require prison space. It's inhumane to detain anyone outdoors, no matter how temporarily. Let's see here. Relations extremely worsen with the evolvers. Faction fervor is decreased. Tension is significantly increased. Yeah, we don't need more tension to go up. Yeah, let's just detain everyone right now. I think that'll be the best option. Hopefully. In battles districts affected 5. We need to end those as soon as possible. Optional, finish your home, round up all the evolvers. One bystander killed. Ooh, okay, yep. We need to go ahead and... How long until this is done? We need that to happen almost immediately. They're building that trail out, which is good. Here we have another event. Let's see. Casualties in fighting Civil War. Steward. 80 Faithkeepers died in the recent battle. They were overwhelmed by their opponents, stormed with fervor and fury in their eyes. This will eventually lead to one side slaughtering the opposing faction. Higher fervor of warring factions means higher casualties. If one faction is decimated, the Civil War ends. Okay, so let's take a look at our factions here for a second. Fervor is fine, and I mean, the factions are honestly okay right now. We do have this trail almost done, so let's speed up time just a little bit. Okay, perfect. So now that we have that trail done, let's send colonists. Okay, a new home. We've dispatched construction crews to start setting up Windward Moor. 3,587 non-belligerent evolvers have left to join them. If we prove that Windward Moor can be self-sustainable, more will immigrate voluntarily. We can, however, transfer control of the colony at any moment. If there are still any evolvers in the city, we can deport them by force. Their home will be their own. So let's go ahead and go in here and start working on this. It's building, so we can't actually go in there and start managing it just yet. But we've already started the, mitigation, and hopefully we can get the city back under control, because once these break, we're going to be in some trouble getting some resources for us. So let's go ahead and, honestly, we can only speed up time, really, because we can't do this just yet. We have to wait for it to finish. But I think, I mean, the old Dreadnought, they're just kind of chilling over here like, we don't know what's going on. We're peacefully living in our little canyon right here. I'm sure they're having a great life, honestly. Unfortunately for New London, they are not having such a great life. So let's go ahead and speed through here. I'm going to pause real quick and check all of our options here. So new home, that's what we're doing. We are rounding up evolvers. We need to reduce the tension, which we do. We can't, I mean, the guard towers did as much as they could, but detaining militiants. Steward, we have detained a group of militant violent faction members. They have been thrown in prison for now, but we still count them among members of their faction and citizens of our city. It's up to you to decide what will become of them. To decide detainees' fate, you must use the Decide Detainees' Fate community action. I see. Okay, so survival, and ooh, what is going on here? Tension is marginally increased, so we don't probably want to do that. Mass produced goods production efficiency is increased. Probably want to try and do this, so like a lot of people are for that. We can just vote that and get that helping in the city, because that'll hopefully help our tension. Okay, very good. Everyone's yeah, everyone, we didn't have to do anything. Everyone's for that in this case. There is no final design. Change the policy to another one and then pass the previous one once. Whoops. All right, so we're gonna have that. I probably should have done the other one first, but that's okay. All right, so once again, we're gonna wait for that to finish. We need to reduce the tension. That's what we're doing, and hopefully once we get this city over here built out, yeah, New London is in trouble. I know, I'm aware. Let's go ahead and let Windward Moor get built out. A new group has a presence in Windward Moor. 100 bystanders killed, 207 injured. All right, so here we are. Windward Moor, let's go ahead and get them set up. Ensure it can meet its own needs for shelter, food, and heat. So they have a pretty large heat demand. We have automaton swarms, which would be good. Transfer control, no, we don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and get some skyways built, because that's going to be easier for us to get materials to them. So let's go and do that. That takes 2. And we're going to have that. So let's go ahead and look at Windward Moor. And we want to transfer resources when we get some heat to them. Unfortunately, we do not have an excess of heat, I don't think. Can we send them? Yeah, we can send them plenty to get them started. We can send them coal at least. Oh, are they only going to take coal? They might only take coal. Oh, no. I'm not paying attention. That's why. Okay, so we can send them some oil. Let's go and do that. Let's get them plenty of heat to work with. Let's get them like at least 100 heat. That'll, because we're sitting at just fine. I'm going to send them some materials to go ahead and get that kind of getting a buff there, because we don't need materials just yet. Now, food, on the other hand, is going to be an issue, so we're going to have to get them self-sufficient on food. So let's go and transfer resources to them and start building. So first off is shelter. We want to make sure we have shelter for them. And we also want to make sure the generator's on. So let's see, affected district oppose the wind generator. And let's turn you on. Okay, heat is going. Looking good on the heat, very good. All right, so things have gotten a little, so exposed to the wind, minus 20 heat, and there's nothing we can do about that. So we have to build, we probably want our housing districts built around here, in all honesty. There's nothing we can do about the exposed to the wind condition. That's just going to be part of what it is. Of course, the evolvers are pretty fervorous at the moment, and we can see that they need a lot of homes. So let's just go ahead and build a couple of different housing districts here. Build them in, make sure they're feeling pretty good. And I probably should have done a little bit better design there with the heat bonus, because, like, you know, we want that kind of bonus there. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. We want to get this one built out to where they're covered as well, so we'll expand them that way. Ooh, actually, we can go like that, and that's a good heating district. All right, perfect. So now we want to take a look at our resources here. We have plenty of coal for them. We are sending oil to them, but they're probably going to want coal. Heat is met, but we want to get food, and there's an infinite food source out here, so we want to frost break out there and start that. Let's go ahead and break all that down. Perfect. We got all to that. We're going to need some goods and resources. We have materials over there, so we can start building out to there, get their factories going. Go all the way out there. Perfect. Exactly what we want to see. Now, heat's going to be an issue, but I think we'll be A-okay. We still have plus 60 oil going to them. How's the old Dreadnought doing for us? Can we send more oil to New London? We can, so let's go ahead and send some oil to New London. Let's just kind of give as much as we can there. These needs are met, and I'm kind of wondering if we can go ahead and... Actually, no, it probably wouldn't be beneficial to do that, so let's go ahead and kind of give New London a surplus of materials there, especially if the old Dreadnought doesn't need it. The old Dreadnought's not growing and not changing. If they're in an equilibrium, let's leave it at that. So let's make sure New London is getting those extra resources. Now, once all this kind of dies down, we're going to be feeling a little bit better because we're going to get a lot of our goods and everything else back. Housing is still down just a tad in New London. Let's go ahead and get people... we don't have an expansion we can do on any of these housing districts, doesn't look like. So really, I think our best bet is try to get the... Yeah, our best bet is going to go be able to get those New Londoners to move out. We want this near housing district. Which housing district is it talking about? Is it this one? Yeah, okay, so let's go expand that way. And then, I wish we could have just a little bit more, but that's fine. We'll do that. That should cover that need. But back to Windward Moor. We have that Frostbreak and we have those building. Let's go ahead and get those fast forward. Okay, bystanders killed. We have a new event here. Evolvers take hostages. Jeez, guys, I'm building you a new city. What can you want from me? Steward the Evolvers storm the new district full of Faithkeepers neighborhoods. They set buildings on fire, force them out before ruthlessly beating them. The Faithkeepers had to retreat, leaving many of their own behind. Now the Faithkeepers are begging you to help them free the captives. They're not fighters. Some of them are children or elderly, pleaded a man whose family held captive. Send guards to free the captives. There will be casualties. Excuse me. There will be casualties. Relations greatly improve the Faithkeepers. We must secure the release, even if we surely finance the Evolvers' war effort. Ugh. Yeah, let's not get their... Yeah, let's not do that. Do not intervene. No, we're going to free the captives. Let's do that. There will be casualties. So 657 killed, but we have plenty of people, which I hate to say, but, you know, we're going to do our best to protect the children. They're the future of the city. So they have expanded out, and we are working on getting their needs met as quickly as possible. We're going to have those skyways built, which we're going to be able to transform resources, which will be great. We do have an event here in the new city, though, so let's take a look. Lovelace Shields, 26 Evolvers member, checking the structural integrity. Well, it's better than being stuck in that other shithole, okay? Moving here wasn't our idea. We certainly didn't ask for it. We're in the middle of a nowhere, and it's freezing. None of the doors seem to fully close, but we're free here. The rest will come. The first group's banished colonists arrive at their new home. Okay, so we already have people showing up, which is good. You know, obviously, there's still issues. There's major issues that need to be fixed, but we're getting there. We're working on it. So yeah, food district, we want to get that built. There's no heat out here whatsoever. They are freezing cold. They're gonna need heat. So we're gonna try to bring that out as quickly as possible. And we're probably gonna also frostbreak some of this to get, that's materials. We'll probably frostbreak a little bit more of this so that, you know, we can kind of connect those together. And I think there might be, ooh, we also have a bunch of hubs now too. I forgot about that. Communications hub, proximity trust in the neighborhood housing district increase. We don't want trust. Workforce requirements. Yeah, and we didn't really use these. The heating hubs right here, these are going to be important for the Frostlanders. So we're going to make sure we get them, or the Evolvers, not the Frostlanders. Another event, let them go. Steward and many Faithkeepers wonder why we are devoted precious resources to establishing a new home for the Evolvers. It is their home, let them build it themselves, said their spokesperson. The guards can take care of any who turn up their nose. Our guards agree that they could easily round up any Evolvers refused to leave, and we transfer control of the colony to them in its current state. Shall we? No. Improve conditions first. We've given them a new home. The rest is responsibility. You can transfer control at any point. All right. I'm going to get their basic needs done. I know that's probably a terrible idea, but Ghostless Waste explored. Deep melting drill. Destroyed and fighting. Ooh, that's not great. Yeah, that's going to hurt our resources, but... because some have left, you can see our resources have improved up here, so that's not bad. We can see here that they've left this district alone, so we actually are getting plenty of materials in. Getting these back in sort is going to be important. We can have emergency shifts, but honestly, I don't think that's going to matter at the moment. Yeah, so we have plenty of stockpiles, so the stockpiles have helped us a ton here. So we should be a-okay in that. Let's see if we can transfer any more stuff to them to just kind of keep them at bay. We have plenty of materials, which is good. We could get an industrial district going for them. We still have an 85 requirement on their housing, so let's expand this district out and get them just some extra heat there. We'll do that. And we could probably throw a heating hub somewhere. Now that I think about it, if we do this... Oh, we have to frost break that, though. Okay, let's frost break out here. Then kind of expand... Is there anything out here? No, it's just a barren wasteland. Just sending them to their fate in this godforsaken area. But hey, that's, you know, that's what we got to do to save the city. All right, so we do want to go ahead and get food started for them, so let's go ahead and put this out here. We could put a heating hub between these two, like I plan on, I think, doing it right there. And then we can have materials kind of building out that way. And we could put an industrial district in between the two. I think what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and take these out and do that, so we just have a plenty of buildable area here. We are losing oil, so let's go ahead and transfer some... We could go ahead and start building some coal for them. That wouldn't be too terrible. They don't like oil all that much anyway, but we do have plenty, so let's not worry about that at the moment. Let's go ahead and transfer some oil because we do have the capacity to do so. So let's make sure that they are feeling just fine with that. Okay, barely though. Just barely enough oil to kind of keep both of us happy. So let's go ahead and at least get them where they're stockpiling. Right now we're fine, but the more our districts open them, the more oil we're gonna need. So let's just go ahead and do that. So heat's a-okay. We need to make sure that we get these heat capacities going. So, you know, for example, I want to put a heat district there. So let's go ahead and put that guy down, heating hub. So that'll get plus 40 heat for us. Throw that down. And then what we can do for this district is expand it and go this way. And then get that extra heat bonus with those two there. Perfect. What we're looking for. Okay. So we have that going. We have more housing going. This district, we're going to need expanded as well. So that's going to get the heating bonus there. So we're just going to go 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, so we have pretty good housing districts right there. Warmer season heat demand decrease, which is going to help us a ton at this current time. So this is a perfect opportunity to get this done really quickly. You can see here the city is building out quite nicely. We haven't checked out the heating hub, so we'll check that out when it's done. But housing is going up slowly but surely. And we can actually use these buildings to go ahead and help them out a little bit. So we can use a housing block for you, housing block for you, and then we can expand this one out. You know, there's not much we can do here. We just add on to the side here, call it a day. This food district is built, which is great. Let's go ahead and expand it out. So what I think I want to do is, like I said, I want a heating district kind of right here between the two. And I think what we could do is get a housing district out here and get some heat bonuses. So let's go ahead and start frost breaking as much as we can there. And then we'll expand this food district towards the city center. And that way we can kind of build up and around it and then get that heat district, maybe get another heating control unit there. Get that going. And then we do have an empty building slot. And of course we want the deep mining drill so that we have permanent, where's it at? Advanced, mechanized sawmill, dust coal, housing block, deep melting drill. So that's a more permanent food source there. So that will help us out there. And then we also want to go and get materials going so that we can start producing goods for them. Industrial extraction. So let's go extraction. And I'm going to try to build this one out toward... Actually, no, we want as many materials as possible. So we're going to cover all those materials. Throw that in there. We're going to go ahead and start building out that way. And then we want an industrial district here as well. You know, it's exposed to the wind, but it's fine. So let's build that out there. That's 20 heat. We'll have materials there as well. So we'll have a materials district there. Okay. So we're using a lot of heat here, but, you know, once we get these kind of heat generators going, that's going to help a lot, bring down the heat. Housing is going up. Very good. 100 bystanders killed. 196 injured. Deep melting drill destroyed in the fighting. Okay, so how's the city going on over here? How are we feeling? Okay, well, we have positives. Food is not great. They destroyed our drill, I think, for one of our food districts, which is not great, especially this one right here. Guys, I'm doing my best. You know, we're building as soon as possible. So, yeah, catastrophic. Okay. Makes sense. Can we can't build, can we? No, we can't. We can't build in the district when it's having issues. We could protect, deploy guards to shield people or structures in the district from destruction. Too late for that one. Right. I actually don't know. We can't build, right? No, we can't. Well, actually, no. There was this deep mining drill here, so we can rebuild it. Okay, we can rebuild it. So what I want to do is protect this one. And so I want to protect this one right here. District protection priorities. Steward, the guards are awaiting orders on what their priorities should be while protecting this district. They could form a cordon around vital infrastructure, halting its destruction, or they could instead focus on keeping civilians out of harm's way and prevent their deaths, which should be their priority. Save lives. We're going to go the good route. We're going to be the good guys. All right, they're projecting to expand the food district because our food is in bad sorts, but luckily I was smart enough to build a ton of our storage facilities to help with that extra storage. So we're going to let that kind of deal with, and we're going to let this build up as quickly as possible. We did build some more resources, and that went down quite extensively. You can see here the resource deposit is nearly depleted already, which is not great. So we need to go ahead and start building at least a self-sufficient. Oh, also we're getting out of cores. Oh, we need cores. Okay. All right, hang on. We got to go out here and find cores. We need to use our scouts. Gather scrap. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for cores. Nope, not what we're looking for right now. That's extra food though. That's materials. Not what we're looking for. Send guards. Get some extra Frostlanders. We don't want that right now. Take only the core. Take everything. Ghost Town. These will be invaluable to London. Let's not take everything. We're okay on prefabs. Let's just not be greedy. That's food. We don't care about food at the moment. Salvage the remains. That's 100 prefabs. Not what we're looking for. Want those cores. Dismantle. 1 core is 100 prefabs. I want to know what this is for. I wonder if that is for, you know, something of the Evolvers. I'm going to have to do an Evolvers run at some point. Okay, so we need to go ahead and launch expeditions to other places that have cores, like that area. Because expeditions are going to be almost invaluable at this point for these cores. Since we didn't take any more from Winterholm, we're going to really need to rely on this, and it's not looking good at the moment. Dark Mountain, grim reputation. Few scouts trying to brave this area. Shrieking winds, dark silhouettes among snowdrifts. Few people return to this here unsafe. It's not safe. It's fine. You guys go there and see what's up. Yeah, we're out of areas that have cores. All right. Well, unfortunately for you guys, hopefully we can build. Yeah, we can build a chemical hothouse, which will help boost the food. Let's go ahead and start building another housing district as well. We can build out here and get near. Hopefully 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, perfect. So that's an extra heat bonus there. We can put a heat generator there to help with the heat on both of those, and we can actually build 3 out here, I believe, and expand it. So 1, 2, and 3, hopefully. So that'll be another heat bonus for all of those. Perfect. All right, so we have this district built now. We want to focus on making goods, so they are going to do that, and we are going to want to expand it immediately. And I think what I want to do is I want to expand it this way and probably that way. And then we also want to frost break around here and create more room just so we can build more. Because this is going to be like almost a traditional city in Frostpunk where you build around the generator. And I don't know if there's actually anything we can do at the moment to help with the range of it. Is there any research that we have that could possibly help with heating? I don't think so. Settlement heating, you need to swear embrace the frost to research this. No, we don't have that. Heat dispatcher, okay. Evolvers, builders, so extra heat demand. Squalor is slightly increased, but we have 40 heat demand. Constructed in these districts, food. Okay, so this will help us with heat demand. So let's go ahead and research this idea. You know, I don't know if we're going to be able to build it because we don't have any cores, but it'll be fine. Okay, do we want... Can we set up any logistics for these guys? I don't think, honestly, that's something we need to worry about at all. Yeah, they don't have any logistics outposts, so we're not worried about that. What we need to worry about is just getting them set up and getting them to move here, which I think we've done pretty good. Ooh, actually, whoa. Yeah, our population is decreasing severely. And I'm honestly surprised they haven't moved yet. I mean, I know we haven't got their requirements yet, but man, come on, guys. Work with me here a little bit. I've done my best to make you guys happy. We do need to get a building that helps with goods production, so let's take a look at industrial. Most of these require cores, unfortunately. These are 40 goods. We want other things other than goods. We want, yeah. Wait, actually, hang on. No, 40 goods. 40 goods would help. But I think they are moving, which is causing us issues. We have the refurbished goods factory, so we did get a core back, which would give them a good bit of cores. And everything else is fine, or not cores, but goods, so this could help. So I think we're going to use a core to do that. We just need to get more housing for these guys down, which we do have a housing district being built. So have that done. All right, 22 extra for the housing district, and then we can say, hey, more heat here. Perfect. They are at a negative on their oil now, though. So let's take a look at trading, because I don't think we can trade any more oil. No, we do have 150 excess. So let's go ahead and just throw them a little bit more. I know we keep throwing them a bone, and I'm sure the Faithkeepers are enjoying that. Let's take a look at the old Dreadnought. What do they got for us? Do they have anything else we can send to the main colony? They do have some excess oil, so let's go ahead and send some to us. They don't necessarily need it, so let's go ahead and make sure that our colony is doing good. We're still in a negative on food and materials, but that's a-okay. All right, let's take a look at our resources here. Once again, not doing good on goods or food, but I think we'll be okay. Okay, so they have food. Oh, actually, we have 2 out of 3. What are we missing? Okay, we're good on food, which is great. Now we need to make sure that we get their goods going. So that's at negative 14. This is maxed out. We could do emergency shifts. Let's do emergency shifts. Okay, they're net positive, which means shelter is the big one at the moment. I don't think this is going to help, but we never know. Okay, 17. One more district should do it. Okay, so looking at housing, we need to probably build one more district. Let's go ahead and get that down. I'm probably going to want to build it out here. So honestly, we should just go to Frostbreak this last little bit. Not too much to deal with that way. We just have a massive open area that we can deal with for these revolvers. Go ahead and do we have an event going on in the city? Is that why that paused? Yep. All right, so Faithkeepers recruit child soldiers. Man, Steward Civil War has engulfed another district. Our guards apprehend a band of children fighting alongside radical Faithkeepers. Most refused to talk, but one 11-year-old boy broke down and claimed he'd be recruited by the Faithkeepers leadership. Some seem repentant, but others are eager to take to fight the revolvers. Discipline the Faithkeepers. Relations with the Faithkeepers worsen. Council representation is extremely decreased with the Faithkeepers. Train young recruits. This isn't the time to get squeamish. The Faithkeepers need all the help they can get. Faithkeepers' fervor is increased. Ooh, good word. Or trust falls. How is our trust? I can't look. I'm gonna say don't get involved. Trust falls. Our trust should. Ooh, oh, that was a terrible mistake. I thought my trust was way better than it was. All right. So here's the problem. So at large we have 3,000. We almost have shelter done. Let's get shelter done and see how this goes. The shelter's almost done. I say that. That was actually not shelter. That was the Frostbreak. And what we can do here is we can have a massive line. And when I'm going to say massive line, we're going to put a heating district right here, I think, and then we can expand. So we'll put a heat thing right there, and it'll cover... Ooh, actually, no. We want it right here. So let's go ahead and try our best. We want 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then we can expand, and then we can cover a little bit more, so we can have some go that way and then some go that way, and then this district will get a massive heat bonus. It's not going to get it right now, but it will have it eventually. Let's just go ahead and get this built, because once we have that built, everything should be good. Okay, cut the cord. One remainder currently meets the Evolver's needs, but only with help from New London. No additional Evolvers will immigrate there voluntarily until we have proven the colony can fend for itself with no external aid. We will set them free. End all trade with Windward. Oh, that's the... Okay, that's the kicker, huh? All right, got it. So how reliant on trade are we? Let's see how reliant we are. So we have to end all trade, and they have no oil, none whatsoever. We aren't trading any of that with them, and we are trading some goods, so they're gonna need some goods to help them out. So let's go ahead and transfer resources. So conditions good and Windward more for now. If we address these additional concerns, all of ours will leave peacefully. Provide windshields. Use ability construct windshields. Sure, why not? What do we need to do to construct windshields? Is that survival? No. So we can potentially, okay, so we can do this to get rid of tension. Scouts will be trained as they've been for decades. You know, we can rely on this. I think we've searched what we want. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. I don't think we need to negotiate this. I actually think we can pass this relatively easily. So I'm going to vote for this. We're not going to try any negotiations. I think this one will work. All right, come on, guys. Just a little couple more. Couple more. There you go. That's what I thought. All right. So 58 out of 51. That'll help our tensions, which we want to get those down to severe. So standard scouts enacted. Very good. So what is the raise windshields ability? All right, you guys gotta calm down here. All right, it actually is looking a little bit better though. We don't have as many things going on in the city. We can actually start repairing, which is good. Repair that because we only have a few districts, which is awesome to see. So they're not destroying as much. So we have those repairing. Now then, the windshield's ability, where is that at? Where can I find that? Is this here? Construct buildings, logistics. No, I don't think this is what I'm looking for. I'm gonna take a minute and see if I can find where that ability is at. Okay, I did find it. It's in the generator, and we need 30,000 materials. So what that means is that we need to make a material stockpile hub and get more of that. So what we want to do is we probably want to put that out here, and that'll give us some workforce requirement, which will help immensely. And then we want to go ahead and build another materials. Expand this district out first and foremost. So we want to expand. And we probably want to go out here, and then we can build a heat generator right here that will help these districts. So we'll expand that out, and we probably want to use these materials over here. Coal and heat is going to be a major thing, though. We have a slight stockpile, but not enough. So we're going to need to start worrying about getting their coal going. We're going to expand out there, and I'm going to go ahead and try and get there as soon as possible, but they're going to need to have an extraction district. Now, do we actually have an infinite coal source? No, they don't. So I don't know how they're going to handle heat on their own, which I guess in turn is not my problem, as long as they're fine. I think. Maybe. I don't know if that's the way I need to think about that, but let's go ahead and get another extraction district built for them, and then we can have another heat. We can just kind of build this out to here, and then we'll have another heating district there. We'll have the heat core that goes there because we have the materials, and then both these will help. Yeah, that'll work for me. So we'll put that in there, and that's plus 20 heat for them. And then honestly, we can expand it out here and get the heat district heat bonus from this one as well. Also, I love the way the city is starting to look. It's more flat and not as what is going on? Oh, that's for Gildan. But yeah, I love these like sky rails right here. Those are really, really cool. I don't think we've seen those really too much in our other city, but it's looking pretty cool. So I'm gonna let this kind of build out, let our materials flow in, because that is our next step. I'm gonna try my best to get these guys protected. And you can see here they've kind of cut off all oil. Coal is their biggest concern at the moment. So that is what we're going to focus on for them. Okay, my game had a big hiccup there trying to save the game, so that's fine. We do have our heat demand is no longer a thing because they have no resources coming in. So we're desperately going to need coal for them. There's going to be a massive heat requirement that needs to be done. And unfortunately, yeah, there we go. That's what I needed. So we're going to do that. I really need to frost break this first so we can actually use that requirement. And I don't know how this coal is going to be enough for them. I mean, they're freezing. Granted, if we have the windshield, that's probably going to help. So we really need to just focus on getting these materials for them. We have 116 surplus coming in, which is great. We probably want to build anything that will help get them more resources, like extraction. That's 100 oil. We don't want that. That's coal. We don't want that. 200 materials. Yeah, that'll help a ton. That's 20 heat, 60 heat. Disease and tension. I mean, these guys are fine. So we can honestly go with the extra heat there. Do we want to go for that? Is that going to be smart? Oh, sure. Why not? Let's go for it. Let's just get these windshields up. That's our main objective. I think this is going to be a race against time in terms of actually using... I think the windshields are actually going to make that go down a lot. So let's go ahead and at least get this heat requirement. Let's play with the heat as much as we can there. We did say that we wanted to build some more of those heating cores if we can. Heating hub, so like one right there. That's going to do 40 heat around those guys. We definitely want that there. Oh, but however, this is... Okay, you have to actually 3 nodes near it. Oh, I didn't know that. So that food district's not getting that, but that's okay. That district's going to get it, which is going to maybe cause an issue here. These will get it, but this district won't. Ah, okay. Well, that's still fine. That's still going to help us out in the long run on this district here. So we're just going to get some heating there, and we'll get a heating hub on against these guys right here and hopefully help them out. Oh, lots to handle, lots to do, but we have positives for all of them. And honestly, we need to get more stockpiles going. So, you know, we want a fuel stockpile eventually, but we're running a food one first. So, you know, that'll give us 10 extra workforce requirement. So let's go throw that down. And then it looks like we're doing okay on this one. Our materials are coming in. pretty quickly. We want them to come in a little bit faster, and that's going to happen when we have a lot of this come in. Activated heat dispatcher, new building proposed by new lenders. Let's take a look at this thing and what it does. So 40 heat and squalor goes up, but I mean, honestly, they're fine. And they'll get some extra heat going in. So that's just a building that can go in anywhere. So that'll help any of these districts and bring our heat requirement down. We can put it in, you know, these housing districts, which I think might not be a bad idea. So I'm gonna put one over here. So let's just try to prevent the heat as much as possible. We have a new achievement. Frost City have at least 5 different area effects applied to the district. So that's pretty cool. We do have food running out here, but we do have, you know, it's gonna be fine. We do have the deep drill. It just means that food's gonna go down slightly. 40 people cured in hospitals. That's great. How are we doing over here? So 1,300 remain in the city, and fervor is down, which is great. We're gonna go and start repairing our districts here because they desperately need it. And it looks like we're all in the net positive, which is good. Nature is healing, which is awesome to see. So we just have a couple districts that are left over. Now this district looks like they are out. They are done. No access to resource deposit nearby. So we can go ahead and say deconstruct that one. It's going to bring back some people, and everyone should be fine there. Now going back to Windward Manor, we do have some of that done. There's some heat that requirement down. These guys are freezing. We really need those heat shields as soon as possible. They're 18,000, which is amazing. We could go ahead and start at least getting them some coal to help with this. So I think I'm going to do exactly that. Let's start from these major districts right here. Grab all that, and then we have 2 we can stand. Ooh, we're not going to get all of these. I would love to get all of these in one district, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I think what may be best is maybe to have 4 and 4. I think that's what's going to be better for us in the end. So let's go ahead and do that. We can't build any more, I don't think. Unless... Wait, no. I know what I did wrong. Oh, no. Start on a tile with a resource deposit. Isn't that a resource right there? None of tiles offend. We need to frost break some more. So let's go ahead and frost break just kind of along this line. Build that out. We can be a heating control hub because we can see here that we have negative 600. Oh, yeah, it's going down even more and more, which is great. Because we actually have the coal coming in now, which is awesome. And let's go ahead and try and build out the coal, the factoring pump jack. Is that what? No, we're wanting the dust coal. That'll increase disease and tension, but once again, they don't seem too concerned about that. So we'll throw one of those down. And then extraction district, cover all of those and get this near here. We'll expand it and make sure those 2 are touching. So we have a thing go there. We'll have this one expand that way and get a ton of heat bonus. That looks good to me. We do have a ton of resources coming in. We're at 35,000 now, which means we can make our windshields. So let's construct those. Livable new home. You have met critical needs and win more for the evolvers. All faction members who remain, save those who we've detained, have departed for their new home. I see. Okay. So we've covered all of these conditions. So I'm kind of curious what's going to happen now. Finish leaving Windward Moor to the evolvers. Okay, optional finish a new home. So we should have finished this, right? We were waiting for them to leave fully. At large, immigrated, abandoned causes, detained. So do we need to free them? So, you know, if we say go here and we don't... Actually, can we... How do we free them? Okay, so we need to wait for them to, like, finish moving here. So we're going to let them get back to Windward Manor. Also, you can see the windshields now. They still don't have enough coal to kind of help them out there. But I think once we complete it, I don't think it's actually going to matter. So we'll see. Did they get here in time? Are they happy? Are we good? Homing or housing is good. What do I need to do now? Anything else? Are we good? Are we still, you know, doing an expedition? There's an event here. Cleanse the wound, path of banishment. Steward, the Faithkeepers applaud your decision to rid the city of the murderous, but they implore you to get rid of it. Rid it of their ideology as well. Why slay the beast when the poison, misguided ideas like merit-based housing stays with us? Says Faithkeepers spokesman. Man, I apologize, guys. Moving away from such beliefs will surely convince many to abandon their faction. They also suggest more direct actions to lower the numbers spreading word of misdoings and promoting the ideals of the Faithkeepers. Many among them are aware of their flaws, condemn them. We should encourage you to view the Faithkeepers in better light. Relations greatly improve the Faithkeepers. Faction fervor is decreased. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So everything's looking good there. The evolvers are still around. Let's go ahead and repair the districts here. I'm kind of wondering what else I need to do here, if I just need to go ahead and leave it to them. Because all that's good. I don't want to transfer yet. Finish a new home, which I feel like we did. Do I need to wait? Do I need to let it just kind of ride out for a second? Okay, I'm not entirely sure what I need to do here, but I think it's at the point where it's wanting you to leave it to them because that's the only options I have left. They're optional, but I think we're ready to transfer control. So let's just hit the button. Transfer control to the evolvers. Once we transfer control over to Wind or more, we will sever all ties. After transferring control, no more construction or interaction will be possible, except... Fate in your hands. The evolver's menace is over. The last task left to you. Decide the fate of those you have detained. I will decide their fate. Okay. So, emergency shifts in expanded industrial district interrupted. Workers expand. Okay. So, yeah, we can't control that any longer. That's where they live now. That is their home. So now decide detainee's fate. Decide detainee's fate. Community action. Time remaining 10 weeks. Okay. So, where is that at? City. Where do we... Guard immunity? No, that's not what we're looking for. What are we looking for here? Ah, here we go. Oh, I wonder if this is what I need to click on before. Maybe? I wonder if I maybe messed this up. I don't know. I mean, everything's fine, but, you know, we'll go ahead and go with what we have here. Decide detainee's fate. I really wonder if I should have... Do I have a save file? Hang on, I'm gonna check real quick. Okay, so unfortunately, my previous autosave that I had is, I guess, corrupted or something because it crashes my game each time. So unfortunately, I can't go back and check if this would have changed the way I would have done the route if that, you know, if I just kind of wasted the opportunity of all the extra work I did. So I don't know. So you guys can let me know down below. But unfortunately, I just can't go back to that save file without it crashing my game. I don't know what's wrong with it, unfortunately. So that's where I'm at. But let's go ahead and decide the detainee's fate, since that's the last thing we need to do. And we just deport them. Simple as that. They will go to their new home. We don't have to do anything with them. They were held, and that's fine. So we'll send them to their home. And now we have unity achieved. The enemy is in our mindset has been eradicated. We now stand as one without violent troublemakers to tear at our hard-won unity. The city shall not fall. The end of us. Path of banishment. Blankets, roofs, hearth, and home. We gave them everything they could need and more. We went beyond the bare minimum. We gave them every ingredient for a home when they needed was a house. Ignore the whispers of cleansing and banishment, steward. We did right by them. We set them up for success. This was a kindness. And if they fumble it here, our consequences is clean. So yeah, and I think that's a pretty good route for us to go with the Faithkeepers, is that, you know, no matter what they did to us, we still provided them a home and we did what we could. So you've succeeded and generously aided your adversary. So we didn't become the bad guys, and the city stands. And that is an achievement done. The ambitions of New London. Complete the story on any difficulty, guys. We did it. Frostpunk is done. I do apologize for the screenshot. I just want to take a picture for that instance, but the city shall not fall. Oh, that was fun. That was a great playthrough. I enjoyed it very much. Frostpunk, you know, both games... you settled the Faithkeepers and exiled the Evolvers. New London cements as a city of faith. I'll repent and rejoice. And I think roll credits? Maybe? Maybe you wanted everyone to get along. Oh no, I guess it's kind of going, supported the Faithkeepers in their vision of the future. Okay. Maybe you tried your very best. 695 machines running in the city under automaton primacy. 15,000 people rendered obsolete by automatons. Ooh, okay. Well, that doesn't seem great when you say it like that, but... Maybe you think the Faithkeepers will build a better future, and holy cow, that may be loud. I may need to turn that down. Winterhome salvage as the Faithkeepers wanted. I actually do want to go route where we settle Winterhome. I think that'd be really fun. Maybe you had to do it or the city would fall. 13,000 bystanders dead in Civil War, 7 districts damaged. You know, for Civil War, I think that's pretty good. You know, 8,000 evolvers left for the colony, 2,000 deported by force, 1,000 died fighting. I mean, all things considered, over 10,000 survived. I think that's pretty good. Conditions in colony, acceptable. Their new home survives for years. What happened to them, though? Also, why did the gold stop? Oh no. Does that mean something? Does that mean something? But, oh no, not the butt. Uh-oh. Why does that kid have an amputated arm? Lily May, 14, child savant, left for the colony with her mother. Feels shame. Faithkeeper prayer still warms her heart. Will voluntary apply to a thought correction program? Okay. Are we truly freer when apart? I think the true good ending to this game is if you kept everyone together. Are you certain, Steward? So honestly, I think we got a pretty good ending, but I think there's a better one if you can get the city to come together. I think that's probably going to be the best ending you get, in all honesty. But no, that was really good. We did the Faithkeepers one, and we did right by the Evolvers, I think. So the guys, let me know what you thought about the playthrough down below if you enjoyed it, if you enjoyed this ending, if you want to see other endings, or if you want to see other playthroughs later down the line. I think I'm going to start another game on the channel for every Friday. But I appreciate you guys sticking through this series to the very end. I think that we had a total of 10 episodes, and I enjoyed every single bit of it, and I hope you did as well. But I think when in that video here, as we go through the credits, I do appreciate your time in watching this series and watching this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. As always, thank you for spending some of your time here, and hope to see you for the next series. Bye, everybody.